Exclusive.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
I've had enough. I've had enough. Gargoyles! Everything's ungodly! Get the hell out of my house! In Jesus' name I pray! Did you get hypnotized by her? What? That's my fault. You did come to my mind. Every dark-sided person, get out of my house. If you believe in Jesus, you can stay here. In Jesus' name, I pray. Get out!
YouTube, Tumblr, Facebook, Kawaii, Q&A, Miles J.
Hey everyone, Miles J here, and I hope you enjoyed that little rendition of my God Warrior, the Vogue remix. And welcome to Q&A number 34. Dang, we really reaching high on these numbers, aren't we? Oh my goodness. So Q&A is this little thing I do every other Wednesday or when I feel like it, where I answer some of your stupid and or thought-provoking questions. So let's get started.
Hey. My question for you is, how do you deal with people that don't get your style? Love you.
Thanks, hunty. I feel like it's really pointless, especially if someone is not willing to listen to you or get your perspective on things, to try to explain to someone why you are the way you are and why you do the things that you do. Because if you sitting there talking to them and they don't want to hear it, then they're not going to listen to you, and you sitting there wasting your time, wasting your breath, wasting your energy, wasting your everything. So I'd rather not even try it. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for you. Bye. See you.
Do you have any tips for wearing makeup in hot weather? I sweat profusely.
Bitch, me too. A lot of things that you can use are primers, face primers to keep your makeup from drooping when you're sweating, waterproof liners, makeup, and stuff like that, so that way your sweat doesn't make it drip, drop, drip, drippity drop. Any advice for people questioning their gender / sexuality? Number 1, take your time. You don't have to know exactly who you are right now. There are people who are in their 60s or older who are just now finding out who they are. So make sure you take your time and gather your bearings. It is okay. You can take your time. Number 2, make sure you do your research. This will help you figure out what it means to be gender fluid or trans, such as, and so on. So I hope that helps, and good luck on your journey, baby. How do you deal with life struggles when going into the adult world? I would suggest that you get your affairs in order. So make sure you got your receipts, your bills put away in alphabetical order. If need be, you should do that in timeline order. Make sure that you got all the places that you paying money to listed out, so that way when you move, you will have those places and you will have the numbers, and you can call them up and tell them that you know, are moving. So just make sure you get all that shit squared away. I don't have anything else that I really need to say about this. So next question. Have you ever been so drunk that you was on the ground outside the Abbey WeHo? For your information, it was rage in WeHo. I was not actually like on the ground. I was squatting and I was rehydrating with water. Yeah, so gotcha. How do I act like a weeb in school without being judged? You're always going to be judged. Like throughout your entire life, you will always be judged. Somebody is going to be judging you. It's just that you just don't need to give a fuck. Okay, so you do you. You act like a weeb. And I bet you all the other people who are weebs will come and find you because they see how weeby you are, and they're going to love how weeby you are, and they're going to love you. You know, do what you do, baby. It's all you. Be a weeb if you really want it. Hey Miles, you used to have a skit with a character named Deltrese, and I loved it so much. Will she be returning soon? I don't really remember having any skits named Deltrese. Now I did have a skit named Laquita, and the reason why Laquita is no longer here is because I found out Laquita is a little bit problematic, and by a little bit I mean a lot. So I watched this video with Cheska Lee. Long story short, it told me that my style of comedy, or at least with Laquita, wasn't really helping nobody. body, and especially people in the black community, especially right now with all the police brutality going on, it's really easy to fall and play into stereotypes. I was like, oh damn, wow, that's me. So I took the initiative to stop doing Laquita and Rosario, and I made some changes, and I started doing like other things and started doing other characters, and it was hard. It was so hard because I couldn't rely on the stereotypes to fall back on all the time, and it really made me think, and it really pushed me to do better as a comedian. So with that being said, Laquita and Rosario, sorry, will not ever be coming back. You can always go back and watch the videos if you must, but I don't like those characters anymore, to put it quite frankly, and I don't like how they're being perceived. If a racist or something like that saw that video or saw those old videos, they would be able to laugh at that. Like that's not what I want to promote and to put out there into the world. So with that being said, bye Laquita, bye Felicia. What's your favorite meme? Don't say Minions, I swear! My favorite meme has got to be by far the one where it's like when you dead but your friends insist you take a booty pic, and you see there's just like all these normal people, and like right on the side is this person, and you like, what the hell is that? There's literally a dead person but they got booty in this photo, and I laughed straight up. I always laugh so hard when I see that. How do I get over myself and ask someone out so that I get a chance to try their D? Well, loser Luigi / Jason, I'm gonna be real with you and tell you that I got the same exact problem with asking people out, because I'm thinking, what the hell if they don't like me? What am I gonna say? You know, all of this other anomalies and, you know, parabolas and stuff like that. And you just kind of have to like present yourself and say, do you want to go out sometime? And this, of course, is if they're not sending you signals already that's saying, I don't want to be in a relationship right now. And if they're not sending you things, anything like that, you know, just ask them out. I hope that you ask them out and you get to try their D and their L, their love. How does it feel to be so loved and appreciated by your viewers / supporters? Honestly, y'all are the freaking best. Like, I cannot with how amazing all of you are. If it wasn't for you, none of me would be here. Like, all of me would be somewhere else. And if it wasn't for you, like, I wouldn't have like anything. It's scary, honestly, for me to think about what I would be doing right now if I was not on YouTube. Like, honestly. So I just want to take a moment out of my day to tell you guys thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you guys so much for being awesome. And I am going to be revamping the channel soon, and I just want to tell you that I want to come up with a name with you guys, but I can't really figure it out. So if we could collaborate as a community so that way everybody feels comfortable, I would like to come up with a name that, you know, a group inclusive name that I can come up with, you know, collectively the people that are watching. So yeah, do you want to be an actor? If yes, what show would you like to have a role in? Yes, I would still love to be an actor. Originally, when I first went out to LA, I was really discouraged because of the way I was dressed. I am gender non-conforming, and you know, I thought that would really hinder me, and I think it probably will hinder me if and when I eventually get into, you know, that branch of media. But I would still love to act and, you know, do all of that because I love it. And if I did get into the business, the first thing that I wanted to be in was Deltrese, but now that's canceled. So another thing that I would want to be in is like a Marvel movie, and I know that's shooting for the stars, but girl, that would be so amazing. Like a superhero movie, or my own superhero movie, or like just an action comedy like mixture. Like, that would be so dope. Bitch, where you been? What's going on? What's good? Well, you know, just hanging out in LA, looking for apartments, you know, living the life, going to conventions, Anime Expo, DragCon, VidCon. You know, I'll be going to Playlist Live here coming soon in Washington, D.C. Here I come. Hope to see y'all there, you know. How do you stay so positive all the time? You can't possibly stay positive all the time, but what I try to do is I always try to look on, like, calm myself down, like if something is upsetting me or if I'm getting negative or something like that, and I try to work on something or focus my mind on something else that is not bothering me, or play video games. Just do something that will not, you know, distress or upset me any further than I already am. What is anal douching and how can I use it? Because I do by myself. You know, my nail is like a shapovel. Okay, first of all, That's nasty. And second, yes, your girl has got the tools to tell you how to douche your anus. Now recently I met a friend and we had got to chatting, right? And they just started talking about anal and all these tools and stuff, and I'm like, what's that? Because I'm so inexperienced. And then they showed me pictures and stuff like that for you to clean out your insides before you stick in something inside. So this is my kit where I keep my stuff. It's nice and sterilized. Get this. It's called like an eardropper or something, but it's very DIY. And what you do is you take some water and you go bloop into the water and go suck that water in there, and then you get on your back, kind of flip upside down a little bit, you know, raise your bottom to the sky, put that booty in the air, and then you stick this in there, and then you flush all that water into there. And I don't know how long you're supposed to have it in there, but I don't think it's supposed to be that long because, you know, your anus absorbs things. So I would just, you know, stand back up, you know, make sure you clench, you know, that sphincter so that way you don't leak, and then you take yourself to the toilet and then you just let whatever come out, and that'll clean you. Do that like 2, 3, 4 times. I don't know how many times you're supposed to do that, and then you know, make sure that, you know, you clean. Instead of taking your fucking fingernail and scraping around for gold up in your booty hole. So that's what I would suggest for you. Got any advice on self-love and confidence for black people in a world pretty much guided by white ideals of beauty? Okay, so Lord knows that I've had my fair share of problems with my own self-esteem and self-confidence, raised in a world where people predominantly appreciate white features more than black features, especially in the gay community. Find a community of people that are like you and are interested in things that you are interested in, and talk with them about certain things, about the issues that you're having with yourself and maybe your body image or whatever bothering you. It's important that you discuss this with other people of color, because it really hurts when you feel like you are alienated from everyone else because of the way you look, and you feel like you're not beautiful enough to have someone fall in love with you or to be loved. And that just hurts. So find people that will love you, basically. I hope they embrace you, and I hope they teach you all kinds of things about self-love and, you know, loving your natural hair, and or loving your nose, or whatever part of you that you hate. I hope, you know, someone tells you that it's beautiful. Like your brown eyes, your beautiful brown eyes. I know I'm wearing contacts right now and you're like, Miles, you're a fucking hypocrite. But I take them off at the end of the day and I look into the mirror and I tell myself how beautiful they are on their own, without any makeup, without anything. And I think that every single one of you should do that too, and you should romanticize yourself every single fucking day, because you deserve it. Fetishizing large dicks has long been a regular occurrence in the gay community. So how does one know a dick is just too big? Anal usually hurts a bit, but how much pain is too much pain? As a top, I worry for my sexual partners. Thanks, Miles. Okay, so was that question just a roundabout way of you saying that you had a big dick and you were worried about ripping somebody's hole open or something like that? Because that's just extra. You are extra, hunty. So extra. When a dick is too big, you will know, like the girth and the size, like when you look at it, you be like, nah, that's not going anywhere near inside me. Like, then you got some other people that are like, okay, shove it all inside me. I feel like, as, you know, a top, you should ask your partner about, you know, what size they're comfortable with. That way you can save yourself some grief and save them some grief and some pain, and all of you guys can be happy. You know, communication is the key. Okay. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. That is it for Q&A number 34. If you guys have any more questions, then feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you like this Q&A, make sure to hit that like button, okay? Don't be fake. Hit it, like it up, so that way I know you guys want to see more Q&As. And until next time, it has been me, Miles J, and I'll see you guys all later.